Hey all, been getting a few more lights again, and I was asked, I would do this, I would do that, but I don't know if any of you bought this. Some of these strips of LEDs, the reason were very cheap actually. That was a strip of 3, 6, 9, 12, it's a strip of 24 that was, but I've cut it down to 12 there, which I'll just put the white leads on. You can see what they are. There you go, look. The top. I'm going to split that down and I put some in the house. I'll just show you what I mean by splitting them. You cut, I'll bring that in a bit closer. You cut there straight down the middle, 3 sixes, you're in sixes, and then down the middle of the contacts as such. This isn't tight enough. And then, as you can see, positive's right hand and negative left. We've got a strip of, making a decent contact, isn't it? There we are. It wants soldering anyway. But I've done this, put them in this house now. Just a minute, I'm going to have to cut the ends, cut the ends on the wires. But I put a strip of, yeah, it's a strip of 6, like that's a strip of 6. I put a strip of 6 in that upper, and I put a small LED in the bottom. I'm going to join them up, and I'll show them in situ when I get them done. But this is the effect you get then. And I like the red ones, it's a warm light. You get red, white, yeah, you can get an orange one, warm glow. And as you can see, I want to join these up, but just show you the bottom one. And there you go. So when them's all joined up, and we'll put them up at the back there. Another thing I've come this week from our friends at. I got some more of these, but they also sent me this. I think it's a lovely little piece. The welding. I'm gonna have to get that set in. Bit of difficulty into it. It's a welder. I'll get him in near one at Sheds. Right. Well, I'll join these up and then I'll show them in situation on the layout. I've got quite a few more bits as well. I've got it's a sign, neon sign. It's a big one. It come from America, but we'll have to set all that up. And of course, when they cut the LED, we've got to solder some wires on. I put some Baker's soldering fluid. I use that now instead of the flux. Put on the points. A little bit to look now. That iron's hot now. It's more for Dan this. He said, is it easy or difficult? I'll show you how easy it is, Dan. But it's not always dead simple putting solder on. Sometimes it goes dead easy and other times it can be a pain. A bit awkward on here. Like I say, I'm going to take it off with it. No, it's soldered as that now. I usually do them on this block of wood, which gives it somewhat more firm. It's trying to hold and solder at the same time. Not going on? No, I'll show you what I mean. If I put that on the block of wood, there you go, it's on the block of wood now, and I'll show you it's a lot easier. That's it, it's on. Right, I've resoldered that again. So it's a strip of 6. I've got the wire, these are wires straight off a 12 volt transformer. And there you go. So you can either use them in strips of 3, strips of 6s, whatever you want. And just solder your wires on, and there you go. Right, you can see what I've done now. I put a small joiner in there, so I've got two lots of LEDs, the single and that strip in the top there, they're all joined in there. And then 2 leads coming away, which I shall join up onto my mains current for the 12 volt LEDs. And I'm just testing now with this transformer I've got down at this end. And there you go, lights in upstairs and downstairs. I only do so many, I don't do them all, can get a bit too much. But that now, when it's up on that top row, it'll just brighten it up a bit. Right, I keep saying I'm going to get round to doing it, but I'm going to go and do it now. That's it now, connected up. And we've got lights in that block. The only thing is, of course, it's trying to disguise where the wires come out. If you do it all before well, when you make your house, you should put your lights in first before you put your back on. But then of course it's a case of running the wires down through the back there and underneath. But anyway, I could always bring that tree further down. I'll just show you with daylight on. As you can see those wires running down the side, but I can try and, I don't know, push them further in. And like I say, try and disguise it. You can see now what I've done. I put a bit of greener up the side, glued it on, and it well, it covers the wiring up anyway. These are the sort of things you do. Try and mask up and whatever to make it look more natural. Nearly getting there now, just 1 or 2 more to solder up. Like I said earlier, sometimes they go easy and sometimes they don't. As you can see, it's gone pretty easy enough. Other thing I'm going to say that here as well, you always want to do is put some of that shrink wrap on then on the joint. I'll just show you. I've got some here. I know it's not called shrink wrap, it's shrink somewhat anywhere, but it's for your wiring. It protects it when the joints are. So you just cut them up into pieces. Thread it through. You just don't want negative and positive touching. I only do one side, I don't bother with the other. And then if you've got a heat gun, you can use a screw. You can use a cigarette lighter or whatever. These are cheap enough. And just press it down, and there you are. You won't have them 2 open joints touching then. I've got some more to do, and then I'll show you what the finishing result is. I've got most of them done and don't look too bad now. I have mentioned before about this soldering gun, soldering iron. I got these on eBay. I can't remember now, £20, £25, something like that. But they're well worth it. You can buy them cheap ones, 10, 12 quid, and they last so long, but they don't get very warm. But these are excellent. And whenever you've soldered, you've a sponge there, keep it damp, wet, and then just wipe your blade off, and it keeps it then. It's not all gunged up. Right, I've more or less finished installing all those lights. We'll take a tour around and have a look in a second. But just before I start, I wanted to... quite a few people keep asking me how long and how wide is this layout. It's about 30 foot long and by about 8 foot wide, and I can just about reach either side at the tops there. They say, how do you reach? But you'll see it down there at the bottom on the right hand side, there's a little footstool. Well, if I have to really reach over into the far corner, I just use that little footstool. So I hope that's just answered a couple of the questions that I keep getting asked. Right, we're going to have a look at all these lights on now. One of the items, of course, was that welder. Well, I forgot that. I drilled a hole in the layout top there, and it all fitted in nicely. That's working alright. We've got a little bonfire there, but we had that before. Most of these lights at this end I did have before. We've all been rewired, so hopefully I shouldn't have any problems. Right, we'll go down and have a look at some of these signs, and then I'll do it in the dark and you can see it better. I've had a few more lights down here. We've got some in the mill, two in the mill there, the spotlight down there. Then swinging round, then we've got a police car there with the blue light flashing. Those are those little LEDs, they're only £1, flashing LED, just clicked up 12 volt. Drill a hole at the top of your car and you've got a blue flashing light on top. That's that sign from America, noise arrows. Of course you'll see better in the dark. And of course the top row there where I added those lights. I've made that little sign up there, Casablanca. Well, I put a 3 strip of LED at the top, a little piece of wood on top with that strip of LED, and it just shines up. Again, you need to be in dark to see all these. 24-hour sign there on top of the burger joint. And then there's that cafe sign there. And I've added more lights in. There wasn't one in that shop before. Them 2 shops have both got lights in now. But anyway, I'll show you it dark and then you can see that. As you can see, it's I keep saying it's quite well lit up now, isn't it? Come down again. Oh, there's another spotlight over the bus depot as well. That's that fireworks sign there. I thought it quite good. That's the one that came from America. Of course, it's got the strip club or the disco club. I'll show you something down there in a minute. Open 24 hours. I should be doing a Christmas video within the next couple of weeks anyway. And this is just to show you all these lights that I've got now have been installed. I don't know if you can see it, but I've got a burlesque dancer down there now, and I'm afraid she ain't got any clothes on. She's got her gloves and her hat on. There's a punk rocker down there as well. And of course I put 1 or 2 bodies inside the club. I'll do a video in a bit. Well, a working video rather. I'm quite taken up with that fireworks sign. It's got all different settings on as well. I can have it doing different things, different combinations. Right, well, as I said, it looks a lot better up the top there now with all them lights up there. I think we'll just have a running video now. Those connecting boards from Germany, a lot of you have been saying that you couldn't find them, but don't forget they're from Germany, so if you're looking on eBay GB UK you won't find them. I'll put the number up later on, the number that takes you straight to them. And again, I want to ask me how many LEDs can you put onto a 12 volt transformer. Well, I'm no electrician, as you can see by my wiring. But wait till I get the curtain down and then you won't be able to see it. But I'm told you can put to about 60 LEDs on 112 volt. Whereas if you remember with them grain of rice, grain of wheat bulbs, you can only put about 7 or 8 on. So yeah, I've more or less swapped mine all to LEDs now. It's far better. The other thing I was asked is where did I keep my bit of test track? Well, it's there underneath. Oh, and just one other thing. Bob sent me a connector. I know that I said my wiring's a mess, but it's up and working, Bob. Thank you very much. That's Bob from RML Electronics. Well, there's one thing, we're well lit up now, aren't we? All ready for Santa Claus coming.